Why, hello everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the inn at Drybone. This table's a little big for me. They did not make this table with Lalafels in mind, which is weird, because this is a Lalafell region. Anyway, so, we got ourselves a crystal, which is great. Bad news, it's the wrong crystal. It's exactly the wrong crystal. Now we need to get the right crystal, don't we, Mr. Helpful Scholar? Professor Lambertien knows where you might find the crystal you seek. Please. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sienna, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lenosha. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lenosha was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an Imperial castrum. Now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was western Lenosha, Pharaoh Sirius on the Isles of Umbra, to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalamud's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Aleport attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warded pot, lest she think you are unprepared for the task. I'll bring the pot with me, don't worry. Oh, it's a bit of a trip. That's fine. We are equipped for trips. I swear, why did I ever travel by any other means? This is great. Okay, let's see. We're in Aleport. It's a cool little coastal port town spot out in Lenosha. Very pretty. That place still definitely has some crystals in it. But where's the person we need to speak to? Lenosha is just really pretty. What a pretty region. Like, Ul'dah is still my favorite town to start in for story reasons, but for, like, outer surroundings, it's really hard to top the Lenosha stuff. Hello. Huh? Corrupted crystals? Sir, I have no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you have no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. What? I have this pot. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lambertien did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems like we got off on the wrong foot. It does seem that. Yes. I'm Sienna, greatest of the professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I'm an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh gods, just listen to me prattle on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. I mean, you don't have to. I just need the crystal is all. Before it was the airship, now it's the crystal, and it's a very cute little squirrel emperor. Gracious. Who's still in the holiday spirit, from the look of things. I guess if you're emperor, the, rules of the calendar don't apply to you. Sienna is frustrated with the progress of her research. Boy, aren't we all. As I told the professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Pharaoh Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subject of my questioning. Mayhap you'll have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. I'll give it a shot. Yellow Jackets, by the way, is the name of the local, just sort of like peacekeepers, law enforcement in the Limsa, Laminsa, Lenosha region. You can recognize them from their yellow jackets. Except for this one, who I can't find. Where the heck is this person? Oh, you're down here. How do you get here? You just jump the wall, I guess. You're very isolated up here. Ah, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this, what with all this fatuous gossip of spirits and specters haunting the Isles of Umbra? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. You know, I'm not surprised you'd be surprised to have anyone come see you up here. It's very lonely. Does this even work? This door doesn't even work. How'd you get up here? You're part cat. You can jump or climb or something. Whatever. I'm going to find another yellow jacket. Verkman, do you know anything? You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody hells, lad, are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. But I still need to... It's a crystal. Is that the Isle of Umbra? Because I could just swim there. I don't need any of you. That might not be the Isle of Umbra. I should probably keep asking. Hello? Alza, help me out, please. The Isles of Umbra? What interest have you in that god's forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Pharaoh Sirius, the Isles have become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. It sounds bad, but can I please go? I'm just saying that for people with literally no better option, you all seem very intent on not helping me go fight Garuda. Ah, Derman, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That's a very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Oh, I mean, you don't have to go. You can stay here. I'll deal with the ghosts and the undead, and get my crystal, and leave. Sienna seems to have regained her composure. Love your stockings, by the way. Good style. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous owing to the abandonment of Pharaoh Sirius? Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. Glad to hear you've been helping. It was there that I heard tell of a man named Skifrin, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested, after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. All right, fine, I'll do it. A lead's a lead. Hello? Oh, you were in here the whole time. I could have just talked to you. Skifrin, my bad. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Tell Mimidoa I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or you could release me? Yes, release me. I'll go and tell her. Let me go to her. Something about this seems not great. So, updates. What did Skifrin have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less about how much he misses his favorite bar wench, but what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's that bastard who grabbed my arses the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. That feather? That's a statement I don't know, but yeah, he sounds great. Oh, don't worry, you stay here. I'll go deal with him. Mimidoa, what are you doing? Hey. Another initiate, are you? No? Then what are you? Speak up, son, I can't hear you. Here's a feather. Where did I get this? This brilliant feather reflects light as if it were actually made of gold. I guess Skifrin had this? I didn't notice it popping up in my inventory or anything. My bad. I guess the feather thing wasn't a turn of phrase. It was literally a feather I have. Huh? Bugger me, is this what I think it is? Nah, it couldn't be. You found this, you say? Where'd you say you found it? Skifrin, you say? I was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's naught left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up Pharaoh Sirius, he was. Company sent me to supervise a lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, and half of them up and vanished. What's that? You've been looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra. Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested until you came a-calling. Whole port's up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the gill, I'd hire sellswords and let him sort it out. But you'll do in a pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper and he'll see you there and back. Perfect, thank you. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Just quit. You better have quit by the time I get back. All right. So you went and had a word with Mimidoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. Thank you. A slip of parchment granting you crossing to the Isles of Umbra. Yes, I'd say it was quite beneficial. You mean that disgusting creature was Skifrin's superior? I find that hard to believe, but this writ of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say, it's a relief to work with an industrious man as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you'll make on the Isles of Umbra. Without me. Don't worry, you can stay here. I won't make you go to the haunted island. Sienna has no desire to journey to the Isles of Umbra. You know, I was picking up on that. Fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I'll go as well. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. You don't have to... Well, you know what? I won't mind the company. Fear not. I won't let you be super haunted. Okay. Took a little doing, but we're going to go to this island where hopefully the darn crystal is, so we can put the darn crystal in the airship and get the airship toward the Garuda. Ha! Take me to the Isles of Umbra, he says. As if it's as simple as... Oh, I see you've got a writ of passage. All right then, climb aboard. And here we are. Well, there's plasmoids, but otherwise this doesn't seem so bad. This doesn't seem all that bad. Yeah, see, I agree. You and me are on the same page. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but... Oh, the hell's with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you would please excuse me. No, that's fine. I've got this. You've dealt with enough. David, can I go in, please? Beg your pardon, sir, but how did you come here? Access to this island is currently restricted. Yes, but I have this warded pot, you see. An old pot? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. Why? Do none of you want me to fight Garuda? David has a simple proposal for you. I thought I had a simple proposal for you. The writ Master Mimidoa gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Well, look up and see for yourself. When that giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharaoh Sirius were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance, at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Derman. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. Okay. Nothing's ever easy. Oh, they're right here. Finally, something's easy. I'll do well. It's all there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks and their cargo. But those queer dead things and that voice. Actually, the voice was quite nice. Irapi? You saw them too, right? Dead people just shambling about without a care in the world. Except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling towards the water. Huh. Lewis? Gods, that voice, that single fleeting verse, I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. This all sounds bad. Please, I just want a crystal for my airship. David? This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar. As if... But that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? Go on. David is sweating profusely. But if they have returned, that would mean... Oh, beg your pardon, I was just, thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently, he grew tired of waiting for the lanky young lad with the 1,000-yalm stare to return, which I'm assuming is you. Never been called lanky before. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. Mimidoa. German's on his last nerve. He just needs a crystal. What's been keeping you, Initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Huh? Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk what wander near the ship graveyard? And it stirred up the dead and all? Bloody hells. And this takes me back to days as a cannon boy sailing under old Mistbeard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned them last time. They bloody would, though, wouldn't they, brazen old biddies? Some folks said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in my bones this day would come, and come it has. I'd better bet me bum ear a siren's behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, Initiate. I speak of the other kind, them what's got feathers and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. No, drowning's just the start. See, even in death a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bid until his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, except maybe in drink, and I'd regret it afterward. Any road, it's up to us to stop this hell's-born hussy before she takes another soul. Of course, we can't send you marching off to war without these. The siren don't have no power over a man as can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair, and lucky for the both of us, I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we best head over to her. To the ship graveyard, Initiate! Okay. Well, at least you came prepared. I appreciate not being sent halfway around Eorzea to find what sound like earplugs. It is getting a little more misty and spooky out here. If I was a siren, I would definitely hang out here. If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. Okay. Then wait I shall. Ooh, a fight. Humph. I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Quiet. Do you hear that? 'Tis her. Look, out over the water. She's come, Initiate, she's come. Hello. Quick, lad, shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. Soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls, and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. All right. Fighty times. Hither, embrace mine everything, all. You're too late. I came prepared with earplugs. True love spurned, his cruelty's reward. All right, and now we fight some charmed grommets. And I'm level scaled, so it'll take slightly longer, but only slightly. Get bonked. Sea zombies? I need a crystal for my airship, and you are all wasting my time. Come here. It's thwacking time. Any others? Spare, mournful mistress, distress, Why? Oh, geez, there's more. Okay. Skeletons, zombies, please. All of you get out of here. Are we done now? Melody, last breath of death, the rhythm. Dost thou not to relent, regret, forever alone? Well, you have a lot of these, huh? What's that thing? I probably don't want to get touched by it, do I? Okay. No, I do not. The bubbles hurt. My love, a river. One look, soul shiver. Put it with the bubbles. Don't want. Ooh, a charmed captain. A skeleton with sword, shield, and crown. Everything a skeleton needs. Stop it with the bubbles. Fine. What? Ah, jeez. Didn't see you back there. So darn many of you. Get thwacked, skeleton. Are we done? No more dark eclipse the heart. Hey! Derman wins again. I will take my crystal and go. Me Doa? Me, buddy? Oh, there you are. Yes, thank you, thank you. Huh? Am I all right? Ha! I'm better than that, initiate. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse, I am. Of course, I'd be happy as a sailor with 2 whatsits if we'd gutted the songstress, but you can't have everything, can you? She'll not come crooning around here again, though. Not for a while, any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help. Bugger me, I've clean forgotten your name. Remind me? Derman? Don't recall having no initiate by that name, but if you're not me old mate, or what's his name, why have you been so bloody helpful? Ah, never mind. Be seeing you, lad. Stay out of trouble. Respect boundaries, maybe. All right, David, I've either defeated or bored the siren, so you can let me have my crystal now. You mean it was a siren? But how were you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Mimidoa was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... Huh. Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted. Yay! Safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please, take it with my compliments. Hooray! Oh, we have the thing. We have the thing! For our airship! I was beginning to think this day would never come. But at last... Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Derman. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say. And more importantly, alive! You are alive, aren't you? Yes, and I have the thing. Aha! The conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you will be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Derman. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected ether. What? You wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice-aspected ether to counteract the effects of raging wind? Ah. Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. Incredible. You are all the worst. Sienna knows where the corrupted crystal that you seek can be found. Do you? Don't fret now, I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice-aspected ether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. Huh? What's with that expression? I thought you'd be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's even better is that this time you needn't use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energies. Hedian's findings suggest that this is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It's been a pleasure, Derman. Come back and see me sometime, all right? You got it. Okay. Third time's a charm. Or at least it better be. Huh. Place is still looking rather festive. I wonder why. Is this just like New Year's stuff still up? I think it must be. Huh. Well, anyway. Quest giver, where are you? And please tell me you just have an ice crystal in your pocket that I can just have. Please. Greetings and salutations, Mr. Durami, I presume? Sienna informed me of your adventures in Aleport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Though, as Professor Lambertien is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek could be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twelveswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones? Well, one such creature, with an infamously insatiable appetite, has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the Twelveswood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming they even can be digested, and I'm reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when... You couldn't care less about all this, could you? To the point, then. Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there is particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and I've precisely the sort he will find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart, I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion, outside of the Spriggan's lair and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from his gut, I shall leave that to your discretion. Thank you. Finally, we do things Durman's way. I had completely forgotten about this little stretch of the Realm Reborn story. I remembered all the, like, running around you had to do before Titan. I remembered going and doing a bunch of stuff at Kurthus, and I remembered dealing with Garuda. I did not remember this little stretch. Well, sort of little. It's been a rather prolonged stretch. But hopefully we're near the end of it, because here is our destination. Too tall. Can't reach. There we go. Okay. Let us use the true heart. This bright blood-colored ore is thought to be a symbol of loyalty and honesty. Okay. That thing's big. And so is that thing. Pretty cute as well. Oh, it's called the Crystal Bearer. It's a pretty good joke. Okay. No hitting me with a rock. Your animations are very cute. Don't get me wrong. But I need that thing you're carrying. No, not that rock. The other one. Okay. And now we have the corrupted crystal. Thank goodness. Please let this be it. I beseech you. Hey, what am I doing? I've got a much better method of travel available to me. Darn near forgot my favorite trick. Ah! Pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what is that? What is that God's awful smell? Well, you did say that I could retrieve it however I wanted. Over-aspected ether manifested into solid form. This doesn't look ice-y. If this is Earth, I'm going to hit you with it. My word, that is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. Ugh. And I also see you weren't averse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know. This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with the earth-aspected ether. Are you serious? Calm down, I jest. It is comprised of ice-aspected ether, worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were for naught. I'm just relieved. Good joke, thank you. Boy, you said it, quest title. Hayden has neglected to return to you your corrupted crystal. Give it. Beg your pardon, Dermot. I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lambertien. Something about a man named Marcus? Apparently, the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? It would reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. Indeed not. Okay. We're going to deliver this to Sid. At long last. We've earned that. May I please go to the airship? I have a crystal for it. Greetings, sir. Do you wish to proceed to your vessel? Yes, please. Okay, Sid? There you are. How's the airship coming? I have a crystal for it. Alphino, have you been helping? Why do you tarry, Dermot? Our work is not yet finished. We must press onward until the Harpy Queen lies broken at our feet. You have no idea how much work I've been doing. All repairs and modifications have been completed, Dermot. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. Well, good news. Have a gross crystal. Don't ask how I got it. Or how many attempts it took. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Dermot. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. That's a relief. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater. Something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. I'm happy for you, bud. And happy for us. Our airship is going to work. And I think once we get it working, we might be in for a fight pretty quick. Like I don't remember how many steps there are between this and going to fight Garuda. So let's go ahead and save that for next time. Next time, folks, we're going to fight Garuda. Promise. Hopefully. I think. Unless I've forgotten some other stretch of stuff that happens, which is possible at this point. But don't you worry about that. We're going to fight Garuda. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.